Hi, I'm Fred.
And I'm Sarah, aka the Paris Quiz Mistress.
We're two friends addicted to trivia, and we're
rewatching
Alias.
But this is not an Alias podcast. Every episode, we play general knowledge trivia on a theme.
5 quiz questions for you to play along.
And the iconic early 2000s spy thriller show starring Jennifer Garner
Doesn't really matter.
Because this is
not an Alias podcast.
We've made it to the season finale.
We're here.
Yeah, we are.
This is incredible.
I know.
22 weeks of podcasting. Who could have known?
I had my doubts.
But we've made it. We've made it to the very end of season 1.
We have, but we're going to have to get through this one.
Yes.
And in order to do so, even though we're not about Alias here, we're just going to take a 60-second interlude to recap episode 22 of season 1, almost 30 years. Fred, go.
So poor Will ends up in Taiwan for serious torture. Sid teams up with Dad to rescue Will in Taiwan. Vaughn senses that Sydney is hiding something from him. Meanwhile, Sloan tells his wife the truth about SC6. She's horrified. Sydney goes to steal the page, the secret page from Rimbaldi from an island, while Dad goes to steal the ampule from the CIA. While she's coming back from the island, Dixon confronts Sydney, but then decides to let her go so that the episode can go on. And then Will suffers more torture. And then on his side, Dad gets Halatki, the mole, and then he tortures him, and he kills him. Then Vaughn joins Dad and Sid for the Taiwan trip, while Sloan maybe poisons his wife. I'm not sure. Dad retrieves Will, while Sid and Vaughn try to destroy an underground lab, and then a big balloon of water explodes in the lab, and Sid and Vaughn try to escape, but Vaughn gets stuck and disappears in the water. Sid is captured, and Casanao asks her if she want to talk to his boss, and then she's like, wait, you're not the boss, you're not the man, and then he's like, no, I'm not the man, and then the man comes out, and then the man is Mom.
We knew Mom was going to make an appearance.
Woo!
But this is certainly not an Alias podcast.
Certainly not.
So to give you an extra special episode to round out this first season, we're making an extra not Alias podcast because we're going to do 2 quizzes. Ooh. Very exciting. 1 quiz each. And I invite Fred to go first.
With my quiz?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel ready.
Okay. We have not conferred, so we are about to discover if we have the same theme or not. For my quiz, I went to an element that was, let's say, unsavory in the episode.
So did I.
That happened in Taiwan?
No.
Ooh, okay.
Phew.
There are sadly several scenes during which Bradley Cooper gets tortured by a man who specializes in tooth torture. So I decided to go with a theme I would call Going to the Dentist.
Oh.
So I have 5 questions that are dentist-inspired.
All right.
You know my themes. They're like,
Loosey-goosey.
All right. Question 1. In an upcoming December 2023 movie, Timothée Chalamet reprises the role of which children's literature character from 1964 who has already appeared in 2 movies and probably holds the fictional record for most cavities induced by his creations?
Loosey-goosey. That would be Willy Wonka.
Indeed.
He's going to play a young Willy Wonka.
Yeah, It's just called Wonka because it's very cool. Yes, he's going to play young Wonka in the 3rd movie that's going to feature the character created by Roald the Dahl in 1964. Very well done. Question 2. Which song, released in 2009 on a groundbreaking electropop record, the song has been described in reviews as a perverse march and an ode to sadomasochism, and it starts with the singer saying menacingly in a muffled voice, "Don't be scared. I've done this before."
I was hoping this is what this was going to be, but I was like, no.
Yes,
Fred doesn't know this song.
And so the answer is?
Teeth.
By?
Gaga.
Exactly. The queen herself. Teeth from the album The Fame Monster.
Yes. I think that's in my top 5 of The Lady.
The song?
I love it.
Oh, yeah?
It's so good.
I've read that it was very divisive at the time. It's a adore or hate kind of song. Question 3. The word Bluetooth comes from 10th century King Harold, who was called as such probably due to one very conspicuous bad tooth for which he would surely have been glad to receive dental care. The name also references the fact that Bluetooth technology unites devices the way Harold united tribes of which country during his reign?
So trivia is just it's really finite. I've written this question recently. I think we've also recently had it on Learned League.
Yeah, I wanted to bring a little twist to it.
Yes. Again, I asked this. Bluetooth was the answer, and the clue was united the tribes of Denmark.
Yay! King Harold of Denmark, exactly. Bluetooth with a rotten tooth. And his son was called Forkbeard. They're very facial.
Very descriptive.
In Denmark. Question 4. Which actor, former stand-up comedian and noted banjo player, famous for many comedic roles as well as his connection to Saturday Night Live, plays the role of evil dentist Orin Scovello in the 1986 movie Little Shop of Horrors?
Banjo, SNL.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a Christopher Walken. All signs point to Walken. I don't know.
No, it's not Christopher Walken.
I could see him have it with a banjo.
He has a much, much stronger connection to SNL than Christopher Walken. He's been there like almost since the beginning. A lot of comedic roles.
Oh, is it Steve Martin?
It's Steve Martin. Congratulations. Congratulations. Very well sorted out. With 0 clues at that.
In a
exactly.
In a condo made of stoner. King Tut. I have been enjoying Only Murders in the Building.
I haven't started watching that yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it might be relevant to your interests.
Exactly. Question 5. In the lyrics of the song Along Came Bialy from the musical The Producers, Mel Brooks rhymes the word Argentine and Brilliantine with which brand name inspired by a Scottish surgeon who pioneered antiseptic surgery?
Oh my gosh. It's a musical theater question, Fred.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Argentine.
And Brilliantine.
Brilliantine, which was like the hair grease.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the name of Grease, the musical, in French.
Oh, Brilliantine.
Yeah. In Quebecois.
Oh, of course.
I don't know. Antiseptic in Listerine? Yeah, Dr. Lister.
Listerine. Listerine is the right answer.
Yeah.
Very well, very well. Well, this is it for my going to the dentist quiz. You were amazing. You got it all. Thank you very much. And brush your teeth at home, everybody.
Yep.
Floss.
All the above.
I don't floss enough. I should floss more.
I've been getting into flossing. It's a little bit addictive.
Yeah, it's really nice, but I just, I should have more floss all around, just like, to pick it up.
Hide floss in unexpected places.
Exactly. That is it for me. And now I will receive your quiz with open arms.
That's very beautiful, Fred, because I hope that you will. So I decided to focus on something that has happened in a few episodes at this point. But this episode, it was flagrant. Mm-hmm. When Sloane kills his wife, he poisons her drink. Famous poisonings.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ready? Question 1. Which Shakespeare character's last words are, "Here's to my love, O true apothecary, thy drugs are quick, thus with a kiss I die"?
Well, I think I know the play. I just don't know.
Who's the one that dies with poison?
I'm not 100% sure.
Talk it out. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, play, I think it's Romeo and Juliet. And I think he thinks she's dead. So it's like, I'm going to kill myself. And then she wakes up and he's dead. And then, is it Romeo?
Yes.
Okay.
So Romeo goes to the apothecary, gets the poison, kills himself when he sees Juliet. Julieta. Dead, but not dead, but just in a sleep. Was it all from the same apothecary? He really should check his sources. Anyways.
Exactly. How does she die?
So then she wakes up, sees he's dead, and then she stabs herself.
Okay.
Question 2. In 399 BCE, Greek philosopher Socrates was found guilty of corrupting the youth and refusing to acknowledge the gods and sentenced to death. He took fate into his own hands by drinking what poisonous plant?
Ooh, I think I know this one. I believe that the poisonous plant in question is hemlock.
Correct.
Exactly. I think the corruption of the youth was just telling them to think for themselves, possibly.
No follow-up question.
I don't know if there was like young boys involved. It was just like he was just babbling too much about things we don't want to hear. Go to die. Hemlock.
Hemlock, correct. Question 3. In 1978, more than 900 people died in a mass poisoning massacre at the People's Temple Agricultural Project in Guyana. By which name was this settlement better known? The People's Temple Agricultural Project.
I believe it is the Jonestown massacre. Is that one?
Yep.
Ooh. Is it a guru situation?
Yeah, it was like a cult thing where we get the phrase "don't drink the Kool-Aid."
Oh.
Even though it was Flavor-Aid. Because it was cheaper, I think. Flavor-Aid didn't stick around.
Don't drink it. Stick to water. Always.
Yep. Question 4. The fictional iocane powder from Australia was at the center of a deadly battle of the wits in which 1987 film?
Iocane powder. It's found in Australia in the movie?
Yeah, it's fiction.
Yeah, but the movie isn't like set in Australia.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Australia is mentioned.
Battle of the Wits, 1987. I'm blanking.
Would you like the names of the characters who have the Battle of the Wits?
Okay.
So it is Vizzini versus the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Okay. If I remember well, that's from one of your faves. It's The Princess Bride.
I will ask a Princess Bride question every quiz, yes.
Yes, and I have watched the movie.
You've learned.
Exactly.
To expect it.
Yes. Wait, where does the powder play a part? I forgot.
When he's trying to kidnap Buttercup back from the kidnappers, and he has to fight the giant, and then he has to fight the Spaniard, and then he has to fight the Sicilian.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's, what's his name? Wallace Shawn.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. And then he drinks. Yeah, okay. I get it. Battle of the Wits.
They were both poisoned. Spent the last several months building up an immunity to iocane powder.
Oh my God. Very cool.
Next, last question of the season. Question 5. Another fictional poisoning. In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Ron Weasley drank some poisoned mead that was intended for Albus Dumbledore. Which character was the culprit of the poisoning?
I'm not really part of this still knowing things about Harry Potter gang. I refuse to be part of it.
Fair enough.
Because I don't even remember that part. So someone wants to poison Dumbledore.
In the Half-Blood Prince, there's an assassination plot against Dumbledore.
Definitely. It's not Snape, because we know Snape is actually not a villain. Is it a Lestrange? No.
No.
A Malfoy?
It is a Malfoy.
But which one?
Which Malfoy?
Draco?
Correct.
Oh, it's Draco Malfoy. Damn.
Yeah. Remember the cursed necklace, but then it got Katie Bell.
Yeah.
The mead. So it was actually Madame Rosmerta who poisoned the mead under Draco's Imperious Curse, sold it to Slughorn to give to Dumbledore, but Slughorn is not the most generous guy.
Exactly.
Kept it for himself. Gave some to Ron after he gave him the antidote to their love potion from Romilda Vane.
Oh, wow. Okay, you're sending me back. Like, I need to freshen up on...
Or don't. I mean, this is living in my brain rent-free, and it's not the best situation, but here we are.
I know. Here we are. Okay, so Draco Malfoy. Okay. I mostly remember the end of the book, which is when the tears flowed.
The White Tomb.
Oh boy. Anyway, Draco Malfoy is my final answer.
That is
this
correct.
Season.
Good.
So we're now done with the trivia section. Do you want to talk about the Alias?
I suppose we could very briefly discuss the finale.
So I've stated before in this podcast that I thought the man was Rambaldi.
You have, yes.
Turns out the man is a woman. So I'm like, okay, well done. But still, I'm like, she might be Rambaldi. I don't know. One thing doesn't cancel my predictions. So I'm still like, maybe Rambaldi somewhere out there. It's a kind of reveal where it's not shocking in the sense that you see it happening like 10 seconds before. You know what I mean? It's like with Sark shooting Will, it's like you realize something is afoot just in time. Like by the time you process it, it happens.
Yeah, you wake up.
Yeah,
and you're like, what's going on? And then you're like, oh no.
And you're like, oh, it's a woman. Oh wait, it's mom. And it's like, mom. And like, whoa. Okay. And as you told me in the text, they clearly still haven't casted mom yet, which is like very fine.
It's a shadowy figure.
Again, Bradley Cooper, very cool. 1 out of 5, bitch.
Yeah.
1 out of 5. I was like, yeah. He's like delirious, completely broken. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was just pretending. He's got some gumption.
Yeah. It's quite an evolution. Vaughn. I was just starting to like Vaughn because ever since his friend told him that he has a crush, it was like, a crush, I have a crush. He's been more, decent about things. And then he goes into the lab for no reason.
Yeah, he goes on this like illicit mission because he said my dad wrote in his diary instead of doing things.
Yeah. When he's like, I'm going to go get Sydney because I don't know where she is.
Oh, yeah, he was somewhere safe. Like,
yeah,
he could have just...
and then she runs past him. I'm like, he sees the water coming. He waits for her to go past him. And then he finds himself behind her and then trapped. I'm like...
It was a great... We got them outrunning a wall of water, though.
That is true.
Come on.
That is true. I didn't see him not making it, though. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
Gone. And I'm like, maybe this is like special water that doesn't drown people or something. So maybe it's not done for him. But I was like, damn, Vaughn is gone.
Special water.
It's like life water or something. I don't know what they put in the water.
There was a really good, that's what she said.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah. I noticed it and I was like, they made her say this.
I think this was like, I don't think that was really in the culture, but still.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
Well, it is very impressive because, so the device, she had seen it like in the first episode. She says it's great. It's the size of a shoebox.
Like a ping pong. I mean, the ball itself is like a ping pong ball.
Yeah. So she gets into the lab and she says, it's bigger than I thought.
5 good seconds of just like standing there with her mouth agape, just like, whoa.
It's like, how am I going to steal this thing, disarm this thing? Yeah.
But then she switches very quickly to, if I pop this, I'm going to get drowned and I have to do something. So, yeah. I mean, great episode. I really enjoyed even the Dixon thing.
Yeah.
Was cool.
I love the scuba outfit. I think the scuba outfit wins for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We haven't discussed outfits too much. I mean, there was a red wig. There was the full leather going out of Russia. There was a few things. The red wig and the corset was like Paris.
Yeah.
That was also like neat. And yeah. And I mean, she goes back to Taiwan. She started with a red wig in Taiwan. She ends up with a blue wig in Taiwan and MASH. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm all about that theme.
It's a good like faux bondage type thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Like a tie-in to like episode 1 also, because they go back to where she got tortured with the teeth and everything.
Yeah, with the same guy.
Yeah. Michael Vaughn was almost cool. I was like starting to grow on me, but now he's dead. So
is he dead?
I mean, I don't know. You don't see a body, so I don't believe he's dead. But I'm just curious about how it goes from there, because he had like a nice evolution after all throughout the season. So I'm like, okay, I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens when Dad realizes that mom is there after all the trashing he received. Maybe it's going to be a like, I only told them that because I want them to tell that, but I love you, Jack, Bristow. Sorry about the things you heard. It's going to be like stone face, like, I don't care.
It's a complex family drama, keep in mind, over everything else. Complex family drama. Do you have any hopes and dreams for season 2 for our friends?
I dare not dream. I dare not. I'm just here for the journey. I just want to see what happens. And, that first scene with mom, I just want to, I'm just very excited for season 2.
Can I plant a non-very spoiler seed?
Of course.
We get a Marshall mission.
Oh! Marshall goes
on a mission.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Very exciting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see you back then for all that next season.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Well done. Thank you for sticking with us if you indeed have.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Not an Alias Podcast, produced by Celia Brondeau with original music by Mad98.
If you love what we do, leave us a tip. The link to the tip jar is in the description.
And you can follow all things trivia at Paris Quiz Mistress.
And all things Fred at Fred Me Up.
Until next time.
Stay nerdy and keep quizzing.